Akhir-akhir ini bangsa kita dibuat geram oleh kepemimpinan wasit asal Oman, yaitu Ahmed al Kaf, di mana ada beberapa hal yang dianggap membuat Timnas Garuda batal, memenangkan pertandingan, salah satunya dengan menambahkan waktu perpanjangan waktu melebihi waktu yang sudah ditentukan oleh pihak ofisial yang berakibat merubah skor menjadi imbang 2-2. Hal ini sangat membuat kesal dan marah para supporter tanah air baik yang menonton di TV ataupun yang langsung menonton di stadion. Lantas bagaimana Islam memposisikan perihal tersebut? Ada dua sifat yang harus ditanamkan oleh seorang pemimpin baik negara, rumah tangga, atau bahkan hingga wasit sang pengadil di lapangan, yaitu sifat jujur dan adil. Surah Al-Maidah ayat 8 berisi tentang perintah Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala kepada orang-orang yang beriman untuk berlaku adil. Hai orang-orang yang beriman, hendaklah kamu jadi orang-orang yang selalu menegakkan kebenaran karena Allah menjadi saksi dengan adil. Dan janganlah sekali-kali kebencianmu terhadap suatu kaum membuatmu berlaku tidak adil. Berlaku adillah, karena adil itu lebih dekat kepada takwa. Dan bertakwalah kepada Allah, sesungguhnya Allah Maha mengetahui apa yang kamu kerjakan. Dalam ayat ini, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala yang memang memerintahkan kepada orang mukmin untuk senantiasa melaksanakan amal dan juga pekerjaan mereka dengan sikap yang jujur, cermat, adil, dan ikhlas karena Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Hal tersebut bukan hanya kepada urusan yang ada hubungannya atau kaitannya dengan agama saja, tetapi pada semua bidang pekerjaan dan juga segala urusan kehidupan duniawi dalam seorang mukmin. Keadilan yang dibutuhkan dalam segala hal guna mencapai ketentraman, kemakmuran, ketertiban, serta kebahagiaan dunia akhirat. Berlaku adil adalah salah satu jalan terdekat untuk bertakwa kepada Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Allah akan memberikan ampunan dan pahala yang besar bagi siapa yang sanggup menjalankan perintahnya. Namun, efek dari ketidakadilan dan kejujuran pengadil di lapangan ini sampai merebak hingga ke pelosok dunia, di mana banyak reaksi para komentator luar negeri ikut mengomentari hasil yang didapat oleh Timnas Garuda karena kecerobohan dalam kinerja wasit asal Oman tersebut. Berikut videonya.
Covering the Asian World Cup qualifiers that just finished, so doing a recap. And guys, there was a lot of crazy stuff that happened out there. A lot of matches to cover. Should we start with our friends from Indonesia, guys? Should we start with our friends from Indonesia?
Let's start with Indonesia. Let's do it.
Okay. The Indonesians went to Bahrain, and let's talk about the good first. It was an exciting match, right? 2-2. Bahrain versus Indonesia. And the two boys, your boy Ragnar and Mr. Streak with a golazo, man. Let's talk about that. For Indonesia, they were struggling scoring before. They got 2 goals today.
And Mr. Martin Paz, save after save again. Another incredible performance. Let's be honest about this. Indonesia deserved to take 3 points from this game. They deserved the biggest victory in the history of the Garudas. It wasn't to be, Roy, because what's 6 or 9? 6? 9? What's going on?
That was painful. That hurt my heart. And let me start by saying something that I'm going to say very, very poorly, but I hope all of my Indonesian friends feeling this tie will hear me and will feel that I mean it. Kami mencintaimu. Do you guys know what that means? Rocky and Sakil, are you fluent in the language of Indonesia?
Teach us the ways, Roy. Teach us the ways.
Kami mencintaimu is we love you. And then I'll throw Indonesia at the end there. Kami mencintaimu, Indonesia.
Look, we are just watching this team, and we obviously watched the full match of this, and you do start to fall in love with the team because of how hard they fight, how much fight each of these players give. Jay Idzis, we've talked time and time again. Rock, Martin Paz, Roy's MLS boy, trying to spur on the team, and then the new additions. I thought Reinders fit in really well. I thought he played a great match, and then of course, and then streak with what a strike in that moment. The goalie had no chance for Bahrain. All of that in the end. Look, guys, if we had said before the match, would Indonesia be happy with a draw in Bahrain? 100%. I think all of our Indonesian fans would have been super happy. But the way it happened, guys, were they robbed? Were they robbed? Let's talk about that.
Yes, I think the answer is yes, Short. I mean, I think maybe the referee is dyslexic. Maybe he saw the 6, thought it was a 9, and that's why he put on 9 minutes. I honestly don't get it. I feel that 6 minutes means 6 minutes, right? And maybe a little bit extra. But for me, it went on too long, and it felt very much like a home field advantage for Bahrain.
Yeah, that really, really hurt to watch because 6 minutes never means 6 minutes. First of all, let's be real. There was a yellow card in there. So then you push it to 7, right? You push it to 6.5. You push it to 6:45. To push it to almost 9 minutes, there better be an injury where they got to get the carts in there and they take 4 or 5 minutes to get them off the field. There better be a streaker on the field running across to hug Struik or Martin Pass, someone running in to hug Martin Pass after all his saves. That's what needs to happen for there to be an additional 3 to 4 minutes after the stoppage time announcement. So I see this as borderline criminal from the referee. I see this as, it's hard to say there isn't some kind of foul play here. I'm not one to build conspiracies or anything like that, but it just seems like the ref got it wrong. He added way too much time at the end there, and it cost Indonesia. But the big question is, should Indonesia have held on? Should they have done a bit of a better job to hold on to that lead?
You know what's interesting? There was an incident right before that where Indonesia had a chance to,
I'm your host Reynoso here by myself as Soltero is currently at a wedding. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because we'll be talking all about 2026 FIFA World Cup AFC region qualification. And folks, do we have a lot to talk about today? I want to know right away in the comments, did Indonesia get robbed? Let me know what you thought about that ending in the Indonesia versus Bahrain match that ended 2-2 after Bahrain tied it in the very last play, the very final minute, the 99th minute of the match. Problem here is the ref only added 6 minutes and the game should have ended in the 96th minute. We're talking about 3 free minutes that were given in this game. And folks, being unbiased, being true to what I saw, it's the wrong call. It's the wrong call. I'm sorry. It reminds me a lot of what I saw happen with my team, Mexico, when they faced off against Honduras in a very important Copa America qualification match. And Mexico scored in the 100th minute despite only being given 9 minutes at the end of regulation. So we're only talking about a minute there. And so much controversy at the time. I admitted that that was the wrong call from the ref involved. We're talking about 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. Normally, I would be okay with that if there was a major injury that happened in additional time or if a goal was scored. And if my memory serves me correct, I don't remember any of that happening in additional time. It came off of a corner kick where Marhoun once again gets a brace in this game, sneaks his way behind the line, and scores a goal to tie the match. But the reason that I am so frustrated with this result and what the referee ultimately decided is because this was going to be probably the most impressive victory in Indonesia's history. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but when you think about what Indonesia is trying to do right now in the AFC region, the age of these players, the process that they're currently in, this was going to be such an impressive victory away from home. And then considering the fact that they were down 1-0 to start the game, and they came back with the beautiful goal from Rafael Struik to give Indonesia the lead away from home. And I thought they defended greatly, man. I thought they did great defensively. Both goals from Bahrain came off of set pieces. The first one from Marhoun, one of the goals of the week, credit to him. Amazing goal. But that's the only way that Bahrain's going to score. They're set-piece geniuses. You just can't give them those opportunities. Scored a beautiful banger of a free kick, hits the post, goes in. But then Ragnar, towards the end of the first half, responds with a really nice, tidy finish. The ball just falling to him. Finishes it very well, and it's tied at halftime. In the second half, I loved what I saw from Indonesia. Marcelino coming on into this match. And then Struik just finding a way to score a beauty of a goal from the corner of the box to make it 2-1, I thought Indonesia had it. Because beyond that free kick that we saw Bahrain score, they couldn't do much in this game, man. They really couldn't. Indonesia's defense was very good once again. We've highlighted that already. It was very, very solid. But then, craziness happens in the end. Ref adds 6 minutes. It goes all the way to the 99th. And Bahrain scores and ties this match. I'm frustrated because these are 3 massive points that Indonesia does not get, and they have to settle for 1 in a very controversial ending, in my opinion. Folks, let me know your thoughts in the comments right now. I want to know everything that you thought about this decision, but beyond that, how Indonesia played, what you thought about the midfield, the defense, and obviously, Strauch's goal was amazing. It was amazing, man. What a moment. The thing is, beyond this crazy decision that happened, beyond the crazy situation that we just saw, I beg Indonesia to stay focused. Stay focused, because Group C is incredibly, incredibly tight, and Indonesia has a great opportunity to get 3 points in a game that I'm going to call a must-win against China away from home. Everyone's beaten down on China so far. Indonesia needs to be focused. Take this as a test of their mentality. Yes, it wasn't fair, or yes, it wasn't the right decision. No matter that, stay focused and get 3 points in your next game and get 4 points total in this window. I think ultimately that is a massive victory if they can pull it off, but they can't let this result get in their heads and get in the way of what they're trying to achieve, which is get to the FIFA World Cup. So that's what I'm asking out of Indonesian fans and the Indonesian players. Stay focused, because I do think they can still leave this international window feeling really good about themselves. And I really do mean it when I said this group is so tight. I mean, Australia is in second place right now with 4 points. Saudi Arabia, Bahrain also have 4. If Indonesia beats China and certain results go their way, Indonesia could end this window in second place. So that's going to be massive to see that matchup against China. Stay focused and get the 3 points there. Moving on to our next